Well, getting stopped by the police can be frightening enough on its own, but what if the person behind the flashing lights is only pretending to be a cop? Police in Twin Falls actually looking for a man who has been doing just that.
Yes, Eric Gonzalez shows us how easy it is to pose as a police officer and tells us how you can keep yourself safe if you think you're being scammed. That's in his True Squad report.
What if I told you someone could buy your trust for $5?
It bothers me that people would do it, not that you can do it, but I would have to ask, why would you want to do it?
It's a growing problem in our community, people impersonating police officers.
This looks very official.
It's not hard to look official because everything you need is online or can be downloaded on a phone, from flashing lights and boots to very official-looking police patches.
Because there are people like this person down in Twin Falls who use the appearance of being a police officer as a way to potentially do harm to people.
Over the last 2 months, a man pretending to be a police officer has confronted 3 different women in Twin Falls. In the first 2 encounters, he pulled them over in a black SUV. In the most recent case, he got out of the vehicle, approached a woman who was walking, and hit her in the face.
And that scares the heck out of me as a chief of police and as a father and a husband.
Nampa's had its own run-in with a fake police officer, one within the last few weeks.
We had a report of a young man had red and blue lights that he was displaying like from his windshield in a vehicle out at the marketplace.
The imposter was busted when the caller dialed 911 and stayed on the line with dispatchers while officers tracked him down. But while researching this story, I found out there's a fine line between dressing up as an officer and trying to fool others into thinking you're one. Would I be arrested if I walked around with a shirt that said Nampa Police?
No. No, you wouldn't. Now, if you walked up to somebody and said, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" and acted like a police officer when you said it, you could be arrested for that.
You see people walking around, right, with hats on that say FBI, and there's nothing illegal about just wearing a hat that says FBI. It's when they take that next step and they use it for to invoke the legal process, that's when it becomes illegal.
So the attorneys and the police chief say it's not illegal to wear a police officer's uniform. So I got my badges online and decided to try it out. If I told you that this is totally legal to wear, would you be surprised?
Yes, very much so, because it seems like it's misrepresenting the Boise City Police Department. But I didn't know you could walk around wearing a badge like that.
And it looks real.
Well, yeah, I mean, isn't that their official logo?
Yeah.
And it's legal.
It's legal. Legal and potentially dangerous, but there are things you can do to protect yourself if you think a fake officer is trying to get you to pull over. First, turn on your hazards. That tells the officer that you're intending to eventually stop. You can also pull into a public parking lot or business with witnesses. Finally, call 911 and tell the dispatcher what's going on.
And if you're being pulled over by a legitimate police officer, more than likely that dispatch center is going to know that an officer is trying to pull you over.
Being afraid of getting a ticket is a normal feeling. Being afraid for your life is not. If you have any doubts, police say follow your instincts and stay safe. Eric Gonzalez, KBOI 2 News.